This week on Earth Radio, wind turbines may be able to generate energy without harming birds, and India pulls back as the host of the UN's Climate Convention. I'm your host, Rebekah Hendricks, and first, we're talking about sunny summers in Australia. Summers in Australia have become longer over the last 3 decades. According to a global climate study done by the University of British Columbia, Sydney summers are now 50 days longer than they were in 1990. Instead of looking at the calendar days that are considered summertime, they looked at high temperatures that we associate with the season, and they found out that it significantly bleeds into our colder seasons, particularly spring. You might be thinking that this sounds awesome. I'm taking my summer vacation in Sydney this year, but these raised temperatures have a huge impact on the health of Sydney. Our bodies can only handle and regulate so much heat. People in Sydney are now facing increased risk of heat illness, and in some extreme cases, even death. Sydney is outpacing other cities in terms of raised climate, but this is not an isolated trend. Cities all over the world are seeing hotter and longer summers as a result of climate change. Right now, in New York City, I am obsessed with the songbirds that are making pit stops in our parks on their long spring migration. So I'm thrilled that our next story is good news for the birds. New studies by the energy company Vattenfall and the tech company Spore show that not one single bird met an untimely death at the hands of their wind turbines using AI-powered detection features. These companies used AI analyses of a little over 2,000 bird flight paths through Aberdeen, Scotland, to operate their wind turbines with the safety of birds in mind. Their results show that it's actually possible to get wind power and protect avian wildlife at the same time. It is yet to be seen if these turbines can be replicated elsewhere, and nature conservationists warn that turbines may still pose a risk that this limited 19-month study was not able to see. Nevertheless, this may be a road towards better wind power. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or the IPCC, is struggling to put out reports as their funding dwindles. Money from governments around the globe dropped in the last 2 years for this panel. With the current budget that they have, the panel may only last for the next 2 years. This is what the panel's chair, Jim Skia, told the group this month. Reports created by the organization tell us about the risks of climate change, what we're doing to fight it, and how it's affecting every facet of our lives. The group is now working to find ways to limit their budget, like meeting on Zoom or limiting the number of languages that their reports are translated into. And they're also trying to figure out when they'll release their 7th comprehensive assessment report. Many members want it released before 2028 to ensure that people are still able to receive this vital information in the event that the panel loses its funding entirely. In 2023, Prime Minister Narendra Modi promised that India would host the next UN Convention on Climate Change. This week, he made the shocking decision to pull out of the responsibility. This is a huge climate summit where 197 countries come together to discuss the state of climate change and the world's path forward. India's decision to step up was seen as a huge deal for the global south, as India was posturing itself as a leader in the climate fight. Hosting the conference, though, may have landed India in a spotlight that the Prime Minister didn't really want to risk. Countries may scrutinize their energy practices, such as their dependence on coal. The country may not be ready to make the major strides forward in renewable energy that the convention may expect of them. As of now, there is not a new host set for the convention. If you want to learn more about the stories covered in today's episode, check out the articles linked in the show notes. Earth Radio is produced, edited, scored, and written by Rebekah Hendricks. This week's stories come from other outlets, reported by Gavin Coote for the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Diana Resnick for EuroNews, Joe Lowe for Climate Home News, and Murali Krishnan for DW. Earth.org is supported by listeners and readers like you. Visit our website to donate to our climate coverage.